Hello, you little cuties. What is up? Welcome back. I hope everybody watching is doing well. I hope you guys are all taking care of yourselves. Today's tarot reading is going to be a tarot reading all about the next chapter in your love life. This is for the singles, for the people in a relationship, for the people who are just trying to do a little bit of that, a little spice. Before I get started, this is your reminder that I do have personal readings in my description box. They will be reposted. My personal readings will be posted on Sundays and Mondays if you are looking for those. Also, you guys, tarot is a divination tool. It's an intuitive practice. This is a warning for all of the sensitive Susans out there. Tarot is a divination practice, okay? It's a divination tool. It's an intuitive practice. Take what resonates, leave what does not. It's okay if something doesn't resonate. If it's not for you, that's okay. I'm talking to somebody else. With that, here's a clip of the piles. Also, there's nuance to every conversation. With that, here's a clip of the piles right now. All right, all right, you guys, these are the three piles. We got group 1 with the angel aura quartz, the aqua angel aura quartz. We have group 2 with the sun. And then we have group number 3 with the sunstone, the blue sunstone. If you guys need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys are free to do that right now. And if you would like to pick more than one pile, you guys are always welcome to do so. All right, you guys have now picked your pile. Please go and check out my description box where I've left you timestamps for when your reading will start. And with that, let's go and jump into today's pick a card. Hello, group 1. Welcome to your guys' reading. We are going to quickly start off with the dice. We got Leo. Hello, Leo. Sun, moon, rising. Taurus, sun, moon, rising, and Capricorn, sun, moon, rising. Okay, let's go ahead and start shuffling these cards. What is the next chapter for group number 1 in regards to their love life? Okay. Can I get confirmation on this 9 of Swords and the... Perfect. Okay. So, group number 1, your love life is definitely improving regardless of if you're in a relationship, if you're single, or if you are just trying to mingle, okay? The first card you guys have is the Sun. This is representing success. So I want you guys to ask yourselves right now, what does success look like for me when it comes to love? What does success look like for me when it comes to relationships? Or when it comes to this season of me being single and just having fun? What does success look like? That is what this is representing. Feeling very happy with where it is that you are at, regardless of where it is that you are at, okay? Being satisfied with the current outcome, being satisfied with the current circumstances. That's what I feel like is taking place for you guys in your love life. Now, I also feel like there is going to be something really juicy and exciting taking place in your love life, you guys, okay? The Ace of Swords is representing bursting through a cloudy day and essentially like shaking things up. This is fresh energy, new energy, very, very exciting and exhilarating energy. This is something that stands out as well. So for those of you in a relationship, it's very possible that you and your partner are going to be going on perhaps a little vacation together or a little trip together that's spicing things up. Maybe you guys are trying out new things in your intimate life. For those of you who are single, this could very well be somebody who's coming in to shake things up in your life, getting you really excited and optimistic about what's to come. For those of you who are, again, just single and trying to mingle, this could be excitement taking place in your intimate life, things being different and new, unexplored, okay? We also have this beautiful king. I'm so sorry, she's a queen. We have this beautiful Queen of Wands, and she is representing this magnificent energy of being confident and bold and being a social butterfly, but also having so much self-awareness. So when it comes to your relationships, you guys, I'm seeing this as your love life being in a state in which you feel very confident about where you're at. So again, if you're in a relationship, it's like, I feel so secure with my partner. Like I feel so certain and so secure with where this is going and with where this is at. You may also be feeling really beautiful or really handsome with the person that you're with. Like that person may make you feel really, really attractive. It's also possible that you are owning a lot of the wrongs that you were doing in the relationship. Now, before you go, oh, I'm not doing anything wrong. I get it. But we all do things that are like, quote unquote, wrong. We all have bad days. We all say things that we shouldn't say. We all anyone who says that's not the case, like are you human? Like, are you an alien? Like, what are you talking about? Are you a lizard person? No. Humans are flawed. So I do believe that there are a lot of you who are watching this where perhaps you are recognizing more of your downfalls in your relationship and you're trying to adjust those things, or you're trying to keep in mind where you are falling short in your relationship. But for the most part, I just feel like this is talking about being confident in your connection and feeling very solid of where it is you're at, feeling beautiful, feeling attractive, feeling voluptuous. Okay, for those of you who are single, again, I'm seeing this as just confidence radiating from you, feeling very beautiful, feeling like there's a lot of people who are showing interest. Again, if you're just trying to mingle, or if you're just, in your single girl, city girl, hot girl summer era, feeling attractive, right? Feeling like I can get myself out there. We also have the 9 of Swords, and this is anxiety, sleepless nights. I asked for confirmation on this card specifically because obviously this card is a bit heavier, right? The 9 of Swords is a card that is, again, representing mental instability. We have the Chariot to confirm this card, which is just telling me that our mental state, our emotional state when it comes to love and relationships, it's moving in a direction that's positive. It's moving in a direction that's productive. So if you are having issues, or if you had issues in your relationship previously, I see this as addressing those issues and moving forward. We are getting better and better and better as time goes on. For those of you who, again, are single, maybe you've been really like, I'm so freaking tired of being single. I'm tired of waiting for my person. I feel lonely. I feel left out. I feel blah, 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 blah. Perhaps you are feeling more content with where it is you're currently at. And I always say this, and I know people don't like hearing it because it just feels like it's not productive, but the better you are for yourself, the better you're going to be for your partner. And again, whether you want to accept this or not, but this is just reality. You could meet the most perfect person. You could meet your soulmate, but if you yourself are not in a state of being mentally well or emotionally well, it's very possible that you could ruin that connection. It's very possible you could ruin that relationship, or at the very least, like, cause a damage or unnecessary harm to that person, or unnecessary stress on the relationship. So seeing this is really positive, you guys, because it's telling me that for those of you who are struggling, again, either in your relationship emotionally, or you're struggling with the fact that you are single, we're moving away from that, okay? We're pushing through the difficult times, and we're moving into a place where we feel more stable and secure, okay? Now, we also have the 5 of Swords, which is, again, a little bit of an abrasive card. This is talking about hurt feelings, things that just aren't working out the way that we had expected them to work out. We're finding balance in that. This is giving me very much like a silver lining type of energy. So it's like something perhaps didn't work out the way that we wanted it to, or the way that we expected it to, but it almost turned out better in the long run. It's like in letting this situation go, or in letting this thing that we wanted go, things turned out to be more balanced, more harmonious, more prosperous perhaps. Moving forward, can we please get some information for group 1 about what is to come in their love life? The Moon. Okay. We'll start here. We have the 5th house of creativity. This is also the house of dating and children, flirtation as well. So obviously, again, if you guys are single, I would see this as you having more fun being single, having more fun in your dating life, incorporating perhaps more spontaneous dates in your love life. For those of you who are single and you don't want to be single, I know you're not going to like hearing this, but like, you are the only person who has the ability to make something change. Prince Charming or your princess is not going to just show up on your door. If you are wanting to see movement, you have to invoke movement in your love life, okay? But this is indicating dating and having fun and like things being a little bit more lighthearted and passionate. For those of you in a relationship, I would see this as you and your partner engaging in more intentional time together, or more intentional, like we are going on a date, we are planning time together, we're separating out this specific time, this specific date for us to go do A, B, and C. Others of you, it's very, very possible that you guys are wanting to have kids. Now, I'm not a doctor, and I do not like talking about health things. I will not talk about people or situations that involve fertility, just because it makes me uncomfortable. I'm not a doctor, so like, I don't need to be talking about that. But that is indicating children potentially. So those of you who don't want that, make sure you are taking whatever precautions you need to take. We have the moon, and this is soul. This is a deeper emotional connection. You and your partner, group number one, may be having deeper emotional conversations revolving around your relationship, where you guys see the relationship going, where you're both at mentally and emotionally with the relationship. For those of you who are single, again, you could be having really deep conversations with the people who you are engaging with romantically, perhaps digging deeper and not just staying on the surface with people, especially because we do have the water element of sensing. For those of you who are just trying to have fun, it's very possible that perhaps the intimate setting that you are in may have a little bit more of an emotional feel to it. So that is what's going on, you guys. Emotions and dating. Our emotions are running high. We're digging deeper when it comes to our emotional state with our partner or with our single self, our single life, and we are having more fun dating, okay? Let's go ahead and see what else we can get. We have step forward. This is accelerate, bring forward, and make progress, all right? Step forward. Again, those of you who are single and you want to actively see change, I'm not telling you need to go up to a guy at a bar and be like, give me your number. However, that would be a good step if you are wanting to see change. However, if you are wanting things to happen more organically, or if you are a woman and you're wanting to be pursued, I totally get that. I would still suggest going outside and socializing and putting yourself in an environment where you allow people to have an opening or an opportunity to approach you. I don't think it's productive to want something and not do literally anything to get it or to receive it. I know some people like to manifest that way, where it's like, I'm just going to say I want this and I expect it to show up. That's fine. That's great. That's dandy. If that works for you, great. If it hasn't been working for you, I highly suggest to step forward in whatever capacity you feel is appropriate for you in your love life. For those of you in a relationship, it's very possible this is talking about stepping forward with your feelings, your emotions, having really, again, deep and intense conversations that may need to be had. Especially because we have marriage here, which is a higher level of commitment for those of you who are in a relationship. It says wedding, matrimony, and wedlock. Perhaps that's the deep emotional conversation you guys need to have. It's like, when do you want to get married? Do you see yourself getting married to me? Obviously, if you guys are on the younger side and you're not thinking about getting married, that's totally fine. That's totally acceptable. Maybe you're talking about how you want to move forward in the relationship, how you want to elevate the relationship, things that you can do to make the relationship better. Doesn't necessarily have to be a legal documentation. For those of you who are single, again, I'm seeing this as your love life ascending. I'm seeing this as your love life improving, things getting more serious for you, okay? And then we have Capulet. This is fatherly love, controlling, and dogmatism. This is feeling very rigorous and strict in regards to our love life. So perhaps we are getting into a routine over the next few months when it comes to our love life. Perhaps we are getting into a phase or into a chapter where things feel more, organized, controlled, predictable, perhaps, okay? We're coming into a state in our love life that feels more grounded. Let's move forward. Can I please get, interesting. So we have separation here, and this says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. It's very possible for some of you that you are taking more time for yourself. Separation doesn't always mean a breakup, you guys, although for some of you, maybe that's the emotional conversation you're needing to have. Maybe you guys have realized we have reached the max of where our relationship is going to go. We've reached the point in which we cannot continue, or there's nothing left to move forward with. And it's time for us to go our separate ways. However, I feel like for the majority of you, this is more so talking about perhaps taking time for yourself, nurturing yourself, taking time to do the things that you love doing. I do believe that this is a part of healthy relationships, to do your own individual things, to be your own person. So then when you come together, you're not tired of each other, right? So yeah, that's how I'm seeing this. Again, I don't feel like it's a separation for the majority of you, but it could be for some of you. We have let your friends help you, ask for and accept help from others. This could be for those of you who are single, or for those of you who are just trying to have fun, asking your friends for support or asking your friends for help in regards to how to meet people. Or perhaps you're saying hey, I'm really wanting to get into a relationship, or I'm really wanting to start going on more dates, but I want to meet people organically. So maybe you're like, bestie, let's go do A, B, and C so we can meet some cute men or some beautiful women. Like let's go do this so we can be outside where the people are so we can meet someone. We have soulmate as well, and it says yes, this is your soulmate. I feel like for the vast majority of you who are in a relationship who picked this pile, I'm not going to be so bold to be like, yes, this person's 100% your soulmate, but I do believe that there is a really strong connection here, and I do believe that it's possible for this group, for you and your person to be elevating your relationship, to be connecting on a deeper level, to be improving the relationship, okay? For those of you who are single, yeah, it is possible if you are looking for a relationship, or if you're looking for love in that way, that you are meeting somebody who you have that very much intense connection with, that soul connection with. Moving forward, can I please... That's too many. Can I thank you? We have the castle, and this is alignment. I think this is ultimately where all of you are ending up. Like, you are feeling very aligned in your love life. And again, starting off with the sun, that makes sense. Feeling aligned, feeling secure, feeling safe, feeling like I'm happy with where it is that I'm at. I'm satisfied with where I'm at. And then we have the root. And I was talking about this with Capulet, right? Having that stability in your relationship, having that groundedness. So for those of you where like you love your partner, but perhaps things have been a bit rocky, this is finding your footing, finding your balance, finding your roots, right? Really connecting to this person and perhaps healing wounds in this relationship that need to be healed. It's also, again, very possible for those of you who are single that you are feeling more comfortable with who it is that you are, what it is that you have to offer, and that's very likely attracting people who are also looking for the same things, okay? Sure. Sorry guys, I'm just moving my cards around. Can I please... Ooh, so we have loyalty here. This is trusting, reliability, and believing. I feel like for a lot of you, this is obviously something that's so important in your relationship. I think that the loyalty that your partner has to you is going to be, I don't want to say tested, but proven. Like, you are about to see how loyal and how committed this person is to you. For those of you who are single, again, it's very possible that you're meeting someone who you have a desire to be loyal to, or you have a desire for that person to be loyal to you. I'm also, again, I think there are some of you who are watching this who don't necessarily want a relationship. It's very possible that you're like, I give up and I'm just gonna get a dog. And I love that for you. If that's the case and you're just like, I don't want love, I just want a dog, honestly do it. We have lusting. This is forbidden, non-committal, and it's adult energy. So this is for all the girlies and all the boys out there who are not wanting a relationship and you're just wanting to have fun. That's great. You're gonna have fun. Love that for you. We have bluff here as well. This is pretending, mask, and exaggeration. I would avoid this at all costs. And then I think this is for the people who are single. If you are single and you're going on dates, I know it's very like alluring to want to put your best foot forward and to hide all your skeletons in the closet. And I'm not saying date one, you need to be like, I have childhood trauma because, oh my God, I can't believe that was about to come out of my mouth. That doesn't need to come out, okay? The skeletons from 10 years ago don't need to come out on the first date. But I do think it's important to not put on a facade or to not try to bamboozle somebody or to lie in order to get somebody to be more attracted to you or more interested than what they would be if they knew the truth, okay? For those of you in a relationship, obviously this is not good or healthy for any relationship. Being raw, taking off that mask, exposing yourself to your partner is going to be vital in order for you guys to have that beautiful, healthy relationship. If you guys are just trying to have fun, this doesn't matter. Like, you can exaggerate if you want. Obviously be honest, because that, you know, there's safety issues with that, but do what you want. Okay, I think that is where we're going to leave the reading today, you guys. Overall, what am I seeing in the next chapter of love for you guys? I think a lot of you are moving forward or moving on from difficult emotional baggage. Like, you're leaving that behind. You're moving forward. A lot of you are also going to be spending more time with yourselves, whether you are in a relationship or single. Like, you're spending more time focusing on things that make you happy. For those of you in a relationship, again, I do believe that your relationship is going to be be ascending. It's going to be improving. It's going to be elevating. That does not mean that you can't spend time by yourself, but that means that your relationship when you two are coming together, that it's getting better. It's growing stronger. For those of you who are single and you're wanting to date, again, I do feel like there is a lot of fun dates on the horizon for you. I think the main thing that's important, the main thing that's showing up is to be true to yourself so that you can bring someone into your life who is like-minded and aligned with you. And for those of you who, again, are just wanting to have fun and like, you know, do this is here. So I love that for you guys. All right, that is all I have for you guys, group number 1. Thank you so very much for allowing me to read for you today. I appreciate it. I'm sending you guys love, and that is all I got. So bye. Hello, group 2. Welcome to your reading. We will start off with the dice really quick. We have Virgo. Hello, Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising. Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising. Capricorn. Oops, that was Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising. There are more zodiac signs that will pop up in the cards, you guys. If your sign didn't pop up, that is okay. Let's go ahead and start shuffling. What is the next chapter? That is a lot. What is the next chapter? Okay, so I'm gonna say this, you guys. I always feel like, well, first of all, the Tower is here. So if you are sensitive or if you are not mentally well, you can excuse yourself from this reading. However, I will say, I feel like oftentimes when I have heavier readings like this, I try to walk you guys through it in a way that's honest, but also, like, I feel like towards the end, we can start to see the silver lining. I feel like people usually stop listening because they don't like hearing bad things and they don't get to the good part. So, you know, for what it's worth, I do believe that this is not going to be a bad reading, but I just know that some people are more sensitive than others, and that's fine. Okay. Let me like try to shuffle this properly. Can I get some more information? There we go. What is the next chapter for group 2's love life? Ooh, okay. This is, again, for the singles and for the people in a relationship and for the people who are just trying to have fun. So we have the Tower here, you guys. And like I said, this is a heavier card. However, the Tower is not necessarily a card that's representing your ultimate demise. For some people, it very well can be that. It just depends on how you choose to handle this Tower. I feel like I'm walking on a freaking tightrope. Okay, we have the Tower, guys. Now, the Tower is representing heavier energy. This is destruction. This is chaos. This is things falling apart. What is this actually talking about? When it comes to your love life, there is a structure in your love life that needs to be removed because it is cancerous, okay? It is poison. It is toxic. Now, this can be an internal situation that you need to let go of, something that you're struggling with internally, or this can be a structure in your relationship. This could be a structure in the way that you're going about dating. This could be a structure in you overly exposing yourself to dangerous situations when it comes to love, okay? I know for me, when I was a teenager, I feel like I put myself in so many dangerous situations with disgusting grown men who 100% had no business speaking to a teenager. And I did that, right? Because I was in a place of needing love so badly that I manifested that in a very like toxic way. And I sought that out through dangerous avenues. If that is a situation that you're going through, obviously not the exact situation. If that's the exact situation you're going to, please go seek an adult. I was gonna say the police, maybe your parents. Like if you are a teenager going through that, like you definitely need to seek out help from an adult who you trust. But the overall energy that I'm trying to communicate to you guys with this card is there is a structure in your love life that needs to be removed because it's not benefiting you. It's actually, again, it's very cancerous. So we need to move away from this structure. And I do believe that you guys are successful in moving away from this structure because we have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is independence. She's very willing to stand on her own. She's very willing to be alone. Now, that's not to say that if you're in a relationship, that your relationship is crumbling. You know where you're at in your relationship. I believe that, especially if you're a woman, I believe women are born with just this natural intuitive sense where you can just feel things and you don't necessarily know why, but you can just feel it in your bones. Some of you may feel like your relationship is coming to a close. If that is something that you are feeling, it's very possible that you are in a chapter where you're either restructuring the bounds or the boundaries of the relationship, or you are choosing to move on and move to something that perhaps is better suited for you. The Queen of Swords is representing independence and a willingness to stand on your own. Now, if you are staying in this relationship or if you are single, this is essentially just saying that you are taking on a role of like, I'm going to be okay despite this tower or despite this structure that I recognize that needs to be removed. We have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands, you guys, is talking about being a warrior, being really strong and having to show up for yourself, okay? And again, you can be in a relationship and exhibit this strong energy. You can be in a relationship and exhibit this warrior-like energy. This is essentially saying like you are going to battle. You are going to battle. You are showing up. You are putting up a fight, okay? So we're just gonna leave that there. If you are single, again, I would see this more as an internal battle or an internal fight. We have the Seven of Pentacles, you guys, and the Seven of Pentacles is essentially talking about hard work and effort. So again, those of you in a relationship, the way I would see this, it's like you're putting in so much energy towards improving the relationship or towards moving on in a healthy manner. It's like we're showing up to work. We're showing up and we are making sure that we are in a position where we can progress this in a positive way, or again, we're saying, okay, I have to start over. Like this crop needs to, be no more and we need to start a new garden. Those of you who are single, it's very possible that you are choosing again to do a lot of internal work, and then perhaps you are wanting to do a lot of work on your love life or on, I was gonna say seeing progression, but working on putting yourself in positions that's going to benefit you in regards to your love life, okay? And I said this in the last pile, and I'll probably say it in the third pile. You cannot expect change and then do nothing differently, right? If you guys are wanting to see change in your love life and things have been pretty stagnant, you have to be the one to invoke that change. We have the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is balance, okay? So at the end of the day, the reason why I'm like, the Tower is a hard card to deal with. The Tower is representing, again, destruction. It's chaos. It can be very heartbreaking to go through the Tower, but the Tower is happening, you guys, because we needed to find better balance. And even though in the moment when we're going through the energy of the Tower, it feels brutal, in the end, it's putting us in a position to be better balanced, okay? Group 2, this is the next day. My throat was so incredibly sore as I was doing the reading yesterday, so I took a break. We're back. Like I was saying with the Strength card, essentially the way that I'm seeing this card for you guys is the next chapter of your love life. Again, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're single, whether you're just wanting to have fun, you are going to feel more dignified. You are going to feel like you have power and control over what is happening in regards to your love life, particularly when it comes to yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, all we have is control over ourselves. I believe that you guys are walking into this next chapter with a lot of wisdom and with, again, a lot of dignity and a lot of understanding of who it is that you are, your strengths and your weaknesses, and you're moving forward in a way that is productive for you to have a better and more successful love life. So moving forward to the Oracle cards, let's see what we can get. What is the next chapter of group number 2's love life? We have no. So when I say dignified, like I was talking about with the Strength card, again, no, having the ability to say no, or knowing when to draw a line, knowing when you have had somebody cross a boundary and being able just to cut it off right then and there. I don't believe that you guys moving on or moving forward in your love life are going to be overly willing to hand out an abundance of opportunity for people to mess up in regards to pursuing you romantically. Again, whether you're in a relationship or whether you are single, I see this as you creating really strong boundaries and then sticking to those boundaries, okay? We have clear the air, and that is truly like what the Tower is, you guys. I know, again, a lot of people see the Tower as this big, spooky, gloomy, doomy card, and it can be. However, what it also is clearing the air. It's also making room for opportunity. It's making room for something new. And that's literally what this clear the air is talking about. Some of you may need to have further conversations or further explore your feelings on a particular issue in regards to your love life. Some of you may need to revisit certain wounds from your past or certain things that have happened in your relationship that need to be spoken about or brought up again. There is no shame, you guys. Like, if you are feeling something, if something is still bothering you or if something is still sitting and residing in your soul and you feel like talking about it would help or produce a productive conversation or a productive outcome, then have that conversation. Now, I also do just want to say, if you have had something difficult happen in a relationship and talking about it isn't helping you and you just want to beat your partner over the head with it and you don't want to move forward, I mean, you say you want to, but you don't actually want to through your actions, talking about it and clearing the air is not going to be productive. So make sure that when you are doing this and when you're addressing issues, that you're coming from it at a place of being genuinely wanting to make things better and not just wanting to sit and cry and moan about like what you're upset about for the 100th time. Again, I'm not saying it's not okay to talk about how you feel or to discuss how you feel. But when you do that and there's no production or there's no benefit from doing that and you're just doing it on a repeat motion for a number of months or even years, that is not productive. Now, we also have will be texting you. This is talking about communication, right? And having clear communication, but this is also talking about, especially for those of you who are single, having more flirtatious communication or more love-oriented communication with somebody special. The reason I'm drawing that conclusion is because obviously 222 is on the screen indicating love and connection. So for those of you in a relationship, it may be a positive step for you and your partner to make more of an effort to send cute little texts to each other throughout the day. I don't know about you guys, but for me in my relationship, I personally do not necessarily love texting throughout the day. I'm just not somebody who's really big on texting, but I do feel it's important when you are in a state of having a difficult time with your partner or you're feeling like the spark is gone. Like I was saying, sometimes if you feel like there's been a breakdown in communication or you feel like there's been a breakdown in intimacy or even like flirtation in your relationship, sometimes just adding or sending a cute little flirty text message or a text message just expressing your love to your partner can be really productive and helpful to remind them that you are in this, that you still love them, that you're thinking of them, etc., etc. So moving forward, the next chapter for group number 2. We have playfulness to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So having fun in your dating life, okay? Again, whether you're single or in a relationship, invoking the spirit, the energy of fun, of laughter, of being flirtatious, of creating beautiful memories with the person that you are with. Also, if you are single, I swear on everything, and I know, again, people will disagree, but I do believe this is the best way to capture people's attention is through quite literally just being a happy and enjoyable person to be around. At the end of the day, and again, you can argue this all you want, but nobody has a deep desire to be in a relationship or to have a romantic connection with somebody who is miserable or somebody who doesn't want to have fun or somebody who doesn't. And I know life isn't that easy, you guys. I understand that sometimes like you can't help it. Like life is stressful. Terrible things happen. I get it that you cannot always be this way. However, we all have to be realistic and honest with ourselves. This is the time in which we are the most attractive, when we're having fun, when we're being playful, when we are open and coming off as happy people, right? Like, this is just a very basic thing, and I feel like a lot of people overlook the energy of fun and playfulness. And I think that this is really, really important, especially again when it comes to attracting a partner, but also when you are in a relationship, especially a long-term relationship. Invoking that energy of fun is important. We have reconciliation. It says someone from your past is returning to your life. Obviously, you guys, if you are in a relationship, it's very possible that this reconciliation is just representing you and your partner reconciling the issues that you have, being able to perhaps revisit past issues and work through them in a genuine fashion. If you guys are single, yes, it's very possible that there is an ex who is wanting to return to your life or wanting to come back around. If you're open to that, you're open to that. If you're not, you're not. Again, I really don't have a dog in the race. I don't care if you want to take your ex back. It's not of much importance to me if you want to take your ex back or not. What is important is the energy this card is bringing about, and it's talking about revisiting something from the past and making amends with it. So whether that's like I'm physically going and I'm getting back together with my ex again, which is none of my business, but if you are like, no, that's not what I'm doing, then it's like we are making peace with the past. We are making peace. We are reconciling that what happened, and there's quite literally not a single thing that we can do to go back and change what happened. The best thing that we can do in the moment is to reconcile with it and move forward, okay? All right, so may I please have protection, kindness, and undertake? Obviously, this I think is just talking about attributes that perhaps your partner has, or perhaps qualities you are wanting your partner to exhibit more of. For those of you who are single, perhaps you are looking for somebody who is protective, kind, qualities like this. Now we have dreams as well, and it says prophecy, hint, guidance, oracle, reveal, and symbolize. Some of you guys may be overly looking for symbols or hints or guidance when it comes to love. Am I doing the right thing? Is my person around the corner? My biggest suggestion to this is if you see signs, you see signs. If you don't try to make nothing into something, okay? Your person is going to come into your life, and I'm speaking to those of you who are single, your person's going to come into your life when they are meant to come into your life, and overly examining signs or being overly aware of, I don't even want to call it awareness, because it's more, I almost want to call it paranoia. If you are overly looking for symbols or signs, that is not going to bring about your partner quicker. That's not going to change the outcome of the relationship. So if you're seeing them, great, but you do not need to look for signs. You do not need to look for a sign that this person is on their way. Like, this is representing you may be experiencing that, but you don't need to look for it. If you find yourself non-organically looking for repeating numbers or looking for doves or butterflies or turtles, and you're just like, oh, that means my person, like, don't do that, right? If you see it, you see it, great. If you don't, it's okay. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that that person's not coming. It doesn't mean that love is not happening for you. It just means that you're not seeing it. Can I please, the next chapter. So we have broken. This is shattered, heartbroken, and destroyed. Again, going back to the reconciliation, I think we are reconciling with this pain, with this hurt, perhaps even with this anger. We have sorrow, loss, grief, and depression. All right, so this is obviously representing sadness, loss potentially. For those of you in a relationship, it could be that you guys have lost certain aspects of the relationship. Maybe it's passion, maybe it's the lust you guys had in the beginning, maybe it's the way that you guys used to look at each other. Maybe you feel like you've lost a part of the relationship. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to be sad that things have changed. It's okay to mourn the loss of the love you once had or the dynamic you once had. That doesn't mean that you can't get it back, and that doesn't mean that perhaps you can't create something even better, but it's okay to mourn that loss. For those of you who are single, it's okay to mourn the loss of your past relationships, or it's okay to mourn the loss of what you had wanted love to be for you. It's okay to mourn the loss of what you thought might be or what you thought could be, all right? Feel these things and then let it go. Figure out a way to move forward. We have pride here as well. This is arrogance, ego, and stubborn. Going back to the strength card, I don't think this is necessarily representing something that is negative. I think this is representing you guys being really proud of yourselves and being in a place of, again, dignity when you are moving into this next chapter in your love life. Now, this may come off as a little bit stubborn, right? Like you're not willing to compromise your morals. You're not willing to compromise what you want. That's okay. The ego isn't necessarily a bad thing. Can it be bad or can it have negative effects? Of course. But the ego within itself is not always a bad thing. It's here to protect us. So looking at this card, I'm not necessarily getting anything negative. Again, I'm just kind of seeing it as you guys moving forward in your love life with more dignity and with a better sense of like what you want and what you're expecting. Can I get a message? Friendship. Glamour. It says, into the mirror, I now see the realms of possibility. So I'm seeing this for you guys, group 2. Essentially, whenever I see glamour, it's number 1, again, like things can be better than what they currently are. And we have to envision what that means. We have to envision what that's going to look like for us and our relationship status, right? So idealize what you want your relationship to be, you guys. Like imagine the way that you would prefer your relationship to be, or imagine the kind of relationship you want to have, and then allow yourself to believe that that is possible. Allow yourself to believe that this is something that you are going to achieve. We have friendship as well. And this makes me really happy because I do believe that, of course, like when you're in love and you're in a relationship, like you don't look at that person as your friend, but I do believe that this is a really important part to any healthy relationship, to have a really strong foundation of a friendship there, to care about your partner more than just the person that you like sleep with and share life with or like make out with or whatever. Like it's I feel like at the end of the day, the most important part is that friendship. For those of you who are single, it's very possible, again, you're having somebody come into your life and you are developing this friendship with them. You're developing this strong sense of like, I would choose to hang out with this person even if I wasn't like attracted to them. Okay. Can I have a message? We have awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. Awakening. So this spiritual transformation could be something that's going on right internally. Something that's going on internally that you are coming to the realization that like, oh, this is what I need in my relationship to feel better, to feel happier. Or this is what I need as a single person looking for love. Like these are the qualities that I require. We also have lesson. It says this person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. This is something, you guys, that again does not have to be toxic. Somebody can teach you a lesson without being toxic. I think oftentimes people look at a card like this and they go, oh, that's bad. And it doesn't need to be bad, right? Somebody can teach you a lesson without wrecking your life. I want you guys to see this as like, there are valuable lessons to be had in your love life moving forward. And again, that doesn't mean necessarily that they're toxic lessons or there's toxic people in your life. We have decisions as well. And it's time to decide about this relationship. So making decisions, for those of you who are single, again, making decisions on what you want or how you want to see your love life progress. Are you okay with how things currently are? If not, what are you doing to make a change? Are you going out? Are you hanging out with your friends? Are you hanging around other singles? Are you on dating apps? I always say this, it's totally okay to not be on the dating apps, you guys. I don't have a dog in the race. I don't care. But if you are wanting a relationship and you are not meeting people in the real world because you're shy or because you don't like to go out or because this or because that, you gotta do something. You gotta do something. And unfortunately, all of you here are watching this on some type of internet connection, a computer or a phone. So I know for a fact that you have the ability to get on an app. And if you don't want to do that, then you need to push yourself and you need to go socialize. You absolutely have to. You need to be courageous and put yourself either in positions where people have the opportunity to approach you, or where you grow some cojones and you go approach somebody else and get the ball rolling. But if you are not happy with your current circumstances and you are single and you are not going on dates, you have to change your situation. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over. For those of you who are in a relationship, you may feel like you have to reevaluate this relationship, or you have to go over again certain things that may have bothered you, or certain things that you want to change, and really decide, is this like what I want moving forward, or is it something that I need to let go of? Is it something that I need to walk away from? Okay. Where should we wrap this up? Okay, we'll go here. The next chapter for group 2. Twin flames. Your passion ignites. So essentially, you guys, when I see this card, I see this as like twin souls. I see this as two people who are very similar, very different at the same time, but two people who feel connected at a soul level. I think that this goes beyond just romantic connections, but obviously today we're talking about romantic connections. You are entering into a phase in your life, again, where you are either mending or healing past wounds from the relationship that you are currently in, and you are elevating where it is you and your partner are at. You are redeveloping or redefining the relationship in order to move forward in a healthy manner. Or for those of you who are single, again, you are putting yourself in a position to heal, to address the wounds that need to be addressed. You're putting yourself in a more favorable position to meet somebody who you can have this soul connection with. And for everybody who's watching, I do believe that you're taking lessons from your past and you are using those lessons to your advantage in this next chapter in your love life. You're moving forward with more dignity. You're moving forward with the awareness of what it is you want, need, and require to be happy in a romantic connection. And again, I do believe for a lot of you, it seems like your love life is being transformed in a way that is injecting health into your love life. Whether that is just going on dates and again, like looking for those healthy qualities or the qualities that are in alignment with the qualities you're looking for, or whether you're in a relationship and you just need to make some tweaks to the dynamic, it feels like our baseline in regards to our relationships, our foundation is going to be set in a much healthier way moving forward. So that is what I have for you guys, group number 2. Thank you so very much for allowing me to read for you today. I really do appreciate it. I'm sending you guys so much love, and that is all I got. So hello, group number 3. Welcome to your guys' reading. Let's start with the dice. We have Libra here. Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. And Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome, group 3, okay? If your zodiac sign did not pop up, it is okay. The die is extra. It's dessert. Let's go ahead and start our shuffle. Can I please get a message for group 3 about the next chapter in their love life? The next chapter for group 3's love life. The next chapter. Ooh, okay. Okay. The first card that came up for you guys, group number 3, is the Magician. And the Magician is representing manifestation, having everything that you need essentially in your toolkit to create what you want. So what is this telling us? This is telling us that the next chapter of your love life, you are going to have a lot more of control in regards to your outcome in relationships or in regards to love. So for example, let's say you're in a relationship and you are wanting to see movement in the relationship, or you're wanting to see changes in the relationship, or you're wanting to start doing more of this or less of that. Your will, your energy, your manifestations in regards to the things that you're wanting to alter are going to come through a lot easier. I do feel for some of you, you're going to be seeking out certain certain tools, techniques, or maybe even advice on how it is that you can bring about these outcomes. But I do believe that you guys will be successful in creating these positive outcomes. Now, for those of you who are single, it's very possible that right now you're going to be focusing on the qualities that you are looking for in a romantic connection. Whether that is like you want a partner who's going to be loyal and loving and honest with you, or whether you're like, I truly don't want anybody taking up too much of my time. I want somebody who's going to give me space. I want someone I can just have fun with. Whatever it is, like, you guys are holding the power in regards to your love life, okay? We have the Page of Swords, and this is indicating excitement and being really inquisitive, asking a lot of questions. When the Page of Swords shows up in a reading, essentially what this is telling us, it's telling us that you are about to enter a stage, a chapter in which you are learning more and you're taking in more information. We also have the Four of Cups. I'm sorry, you guys, my throat is still so dry. Okay. The Four of Cups is a card that is talking about our focus and what it is we're choosing to focus on. It's an offer that's coming in. It's an offer that we may not be ready to accept. So for those of you who are single, there's some of you who may have picked this pile and you perhaps have the most perfect person or the most perfect opportunity in regards to love and what it is that you're looking for coming in, but you may be in a state, in an energy where you're like, I don't know if I'm ready or willing to accept this. Maybe you're even skeptical of the offer. You're asking like, is this real? Should I be more cautious when it comes to this? Should I take it a little bit slower? For those of you in a relationship, the way I'm seeing this, it feels very much like you're prioritizing your partner or your partner is prioritizing you. It feels very much like a bubble of love. It feels like a bubble of like, oh, like you're just my little cutie patootie and I just want, like, it just feels very much my focus is on my partner. Now, back to the singles really quick. Again, I feel like for some of you, you are getting an offer in regards to love or in regards to your romantic life, and you feel like you may not be ready to accept this offer. You may feel like you have to protect yourself or you have to put up a wall. The Four of Pentacles is talking about self-preservation. Sometimes this can be seen as a little bit of selfish energy or being too self-centered. However, especially when it comes to love and relationships, especially in the year 2024, I can definitely see how this is more so in reference to people feeling as if like you need to protect yourself. You need to protect your heart or your valuables, right? When it comes to a relationship or love. It could also be, you guys, that there is a skeptical energy when it comes to this person or this offer that's coming in. Now, we do have the Six of Pentacles, and this is indicating generosity. This is indicating somebody who's very generous with you, somebody who has a desire to give, somebody who has a desire to pour into the relationship, the situation, whatever. So again, whether you're single or in a relationship, this is another person who is pursuing you romantically, who is pouring into you, who wants to give. And that doesn't have to be like money or gifts or flowers or blah, 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 blah. It could be they're giving time. It could be they're giving their energy. It could be that they're giving money. It could be a variety of things. We also have the Star here, and the Star is a card that is representing wish fulfillment, dreams come true. Whenever I see this card, it very much reignites the energy of I believe in love again, or I believe that like not all people are awful. And I feel like, especially for those of you who've been through difficult situations with relationships, it is so easy to believe that everybody's awful. It's so easy to believe that like love is not real and does not truly exist. It's so easy to believe these things, you guys. However, I know with my entire being that like love is real. I know with my entire being that there are good people in the world. Are they hard to find? 100%. Is it difficult to find somebody who's willing to be a good partner or who's capable of being a good partner? Yes, it definitely can be difficult. But the star comes in and it restores our hope. It restores our faith. So again, for those of you who are single, it feels like you are having somebody come into your life and they are restoring your belief in love. They're restoring your inner knowing of like, okay, I know because this person exists, because this connection is here in my life, I know that love is real. I know that happiness can be achieved. I know that there is such thing as another person fully just being able to love me the way that I want to be loved. That is what this card is talking about. And for those of you in a relationship, again, your relationship could be improving or healing certain aspects that have been wounded from the past, and your belief in this person could be restored, okay? Going back to the beginning real quick, because we have these two cards, the Magician and the Star, it is again very much reinforcing my belief that you guys are receiving the wish that you have or the manifestation that you have when it comes to the next chapter of your love life, okay? I do believe this is all going to be determined, you guys, on whether or not you are ready to enter this next chapter, on whether you are ready to enter this next phase, but this is what's going on once you are open to that, once you are ready. Okay. Moving forward, can I please... We have Juliet, and this is inner strength and independence. Okay, so yes, for those of you who are single, 100%, I don't believe that this group is settling. I don't believe you guys have a desire to settle. This is inner strength, independence, exhibiting that energy, okay? Also, with this card, group number 3, the way that I see this is like becoming your ideal version of yourself, becoming a person that is desirable when it comes to relationships. And I'm not talking about physicality, you guys. Again, there's nuance. I hate when people put words into my mouth and I could just hear somebody being like, with this card, it's giving me very much like become the lover that you seek, become the lover that you desire. I do believe that the best way to bring about good people in your life is to reflect that, is to be that, be what it is you're wanting to bring into your life. So, Juliet. And then we have a confession of love, and this says, say, I love you. Say I love you. So with this particular card, you guys, obviously this is showing up as a confession of love for a reason. You guys are going to be receiving a confession of love in this next chapter. For those of you in a relationship, I don't think this is necessarily something that's groundbreaking, but that is what that is. Moving forward, can I have a message, please? Okay. Nearby. So this is indicating a person or a relationship that is nearby. For those of you in a relationship, if you're not living with your partner, it's very possible that this next chapter in your love life, you are moving in together. Maybe you guys are getting engaged, getting married. Maybe you guys have a desire just to cohabitate. But that's what this is feeling for those of you in a relationship. For those of you who are single, obviously I'm seeing this as like somebody is close in proximity. Somebody is going to be coming into your life soon. Somebody's coming into your life quickly, okay? Vulnerability concerns, and this is what I was talking about with the 4 of Pentacles. There are vulnerability concerns happening in your love life, you guys. Now, if we look at this in a more broad perspective, we can totally see this as well as somebody else who is coming into your life perhaps having vulnerability concerns or being a little bit more hesitant to open up emotionally. I do feel like for the vast majority of you, this is representing yourself, but this could also be representing the other person. With this, you guys, it's difficult for me to be like, oh, open your heart, just let love in. Because 100%, like, I get it. Like, I get having vulnerability concerns. I get being scared to be vulnerable. I understand not wanting to get your heart broken. Like, that sucks. Having your heart broken freaking sucks, you guys. Like, it's 0 out of 10, don't recommend, okay? Not the vibe. So I understand this. However, I do believe that this is going to be an obstacle that a lot of you are going to have to overcome in order to then achieve this, like, confession of love, this star energy. So I think that's just going to be an obstacle for you guys in this next chapter of your love life. We have childhood memories showing up as well. Childhood memories representing comfort, safety, feeling secure. I don't know if any of you feel similarly to me, but for me, in order to be in a relationship, I have to feel safe. I have to feel secure. You have to provide me with security and comfort, because if you don't, it's not going to be a time for you. It's not going to be a time for us. Like, there just shouldn't be a relationship, because this is a requirement. And I feel like this person that is coming into your life is going to make you feel very cozy, very at home. It's going to feel perhaps again a bit scary at first. I do believe this is the key to getting out of this prison, this vulnerability concern prison. Okay. So if you guys meet someone or start talking to someone or start dating somebody and they make you scared and they make you nervous and they make you question yourself, they make you question if they like you or if you're worthy, that is not your person, you guys, okay? You should be with somebody who makes you feel safe to open up, safe to express yourself, okay? Safe to be vulnerable. And then we have adult compatibility. So for those of you who are single who don't want a relationship, this is obviously like, yay, woo. I'm not saying that as like shade. It's just, like, what else can you say? Like, you can't really, I can't be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. You know, we love that. Sorry about hitting the mic. We love this. For those of you who are looking for a relationship, it's very possible, yes, that you are meeting somebody who you are having this compatibility with in a relationship. You guys could be working towards making this better, or maybe you guys are just incorporating more of this energy into your relationship. I can't speak too much on it, guys, because YouTube will not allow me. So moving forward, can I please get a message for group 3 about the next chapter? Oh, wow. Okay, there's a lot of this adult energy going on, guys. I gotta cover this picture up. It's adult union. Honor the place in another where you're one eternal soul. For there you will find true bliss. Okay? For there you will find true bliss. I love that for you guys. What this is telling me is that your guys' adult life, your intimate life, is getting exciting, or it's improving, or you're feeling safer, or you're feeling more open to explore, or you're feeling more confident in your body. Like, it feels very much like an expansive experience that you guys are going to be having in regards to your adult connections. We have playfulness. It says laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So for those of you in a relationship, it's very possible, again, that there are certain things that you need to heal from, or that you're trying to work through. This could be trust issues. This could be certain situations that took place in the past. This could be maybe holding back in some regards, or feeling a bit distant. Perhaps you guys going out and doing something playful is going to help bring you two together in a way that reignites that love. For those of you who are single and are dating, I always say this, it's so important to have fun when you're dating. Yes, you can ask serious questions. Yes, you can go forward in a date with intention, but that doesn't mean it needs to be like an interview. Like, nobody wants to go on a date and be like, wow, that was really stressful. Like, nobody wants to go on a date and be like, oh my God, they asked me some really deep, dark questions and I'm feeling drained and exhausted and sad after that date. Like, nobody wants that. Maybe that's like third, fourth, fifth date conversation energy, but the first date, have fun. The second date, have fun. Okay, be playful. I think anytime that you can create experiences where you get to laugh and be silly, I think that is always right. That's never a waste of time when you can laugh and be silly. So let's see what else we can get for you guys. Can I get a message for group? Okay. We have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. So again, in a relationship, you guys perhaps, maybe even some of you are looking into therapy or looking into contacting a professional to help you guys work through certain issues. It's also possible maybe you guys are just making it more of a priority to have deep or intimate conversations where you're discussing things. Honestly, for those of you who are looking for a relationship, it's again very important to make sure that you are having these conversations, not on the first date, but maybe again, like a little bit into knowing this person, really trying to dive deep and understand who it is they are and what it is that they want, what they're looking for, not just what they want out of a relationship, but what they want out of life, to get a better understanding of your compatibility and like if you two want the same things moving forward. I also think that it's so silly because I know people get nervous and like scared, but I think it's so important that if you feel something, like say something. Like if you feel like you are falling in love with somebody, let them know. Even if you don't feel like it's going to be reciprocated, I think it feels better to just get it out there and to say the scary thing than to like hold it in and to be, you know, regretful later on down the line. We have calling in your soulmate, and it says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And going back to the Magician and the Star, you guys, like I said earlier, I do believe for this group, you guys are bringing about your manifestations in this next chapter of your love life. Now, I want to make it mega clear to you guys, okay? In no way, shape, or form am I saying in the next 2 months you're meeting your soulmate. In no way, shape, or form am I saying in the next 6 months you're meeting your husband. There's no timeline here, you guys. This is simply the next chapter. The next chapter of your love life involves the person that you have been manifesting, the person you've been visualizing, the person you have been praying for is the person that is involved in the next chapter in your love life, okay? Okay. Can I please? Okay. We have fertility here, and it says, let all take root, seed, and sprout. Let new life be all about. All right, so fertility is obviously just referencing fertility, growth. So again, for those of you in a relationship, how do we see this? We see this as the next chapter of your love life being a chapter in which you both are growing, in which the relationship is evolving. And I always say this, when things don't grow, they die. So if your relationship's not growing, it is going to dissolve. It's going to break down. It's going to die. I was in a relationship, a really long-term relationship that quite literally, like, there was just no growth happening for a number of years. And because of that, I do believe that is a major factor in regards to why, like, neither of us had a desire to be with each other anymore, because they're just like, what is the point? Like, what is the point of being with somebody if there is no, like, nothing, like, we're not growing anywhere, we're not going anywhere, you know? So this is a really good sign for you guys in a relationship that your relationship is growing. For those of you who are single, again, your love life, the next chapter, it involves growth, it involves fertility. Some of you guys may be trying to get pregnant right now. Some of you guys may be trying to create a family. If that's not the case, again, this can be seen as like just trying to create a beautiful romantic love life. We have magical powers. I weave and clear, I cast, and no magic secrets to me now show. This is a rebirth, okay? I think you guys have already gone through the process of the heaviness. You guys have already gone through the process of being burnt up in the flames and being turned to ashes. You guys are now being reborn, okay? And the fact that it's magical powers, again, to me is referencing the fact that your visualizations, why do I feel like I cannot speak, are coming into your life. They are manifesting. They are coming into the 3D. You will be experiencing what it is you have been writing about, what it is you've been thinking about, what it is you've been asking for. This is coming into fruition, okay? All right, let's end the reading on an astrology card. Final messages about the next chapter. Okay, so we have friendship. I always say this, like, I do think an important part of a relationship is a strong, healthy friendship. It's also very possible, you guys, for some of you, your love life may not involve a romantic partner. For those of you who are single, your love life could be involving like having more friends or spending more time with your friends or having better quality friends around you. We have part of fortune. This is increase. Obviously an increase in fortune. We have the fire element of desire. There was a lot of adult energy, a lot of intimacy that was showing up here. So obviously the next chapter of your love life, there's going to be hot, steamy, lovely intimacy. And then we have Virgo, it says, I analyze. This is a very organized card. I oftentimes view Virgo in a very clinical, sterile manner. The next chapter of your love life, you could be spending a lot of time thinking. You could be spending a lot of time analyzing the relationship or analyzing where you want to go in your relationship or who you want to be with, right? This is that thought process in regards to what kind of love life you are wanting to create for yourself. So that is what I have for you guys, group number 3. Thank you so very much for allowing me to read for you today. I really do appreciate it. I'm sending you guys so much love, and that is all I got. So